About 12 years ago, I published my first machine, which went unexpectedly viral and basically changed my life. I recently found the old footage, and today I am republishing it in a higher quality format. Stay tuned after the video if you want to hear the crazy story behind this machine. So back in 2007, when I was just 22 years old and YouTube was still pretty new, I was watching YouTube with my roommates and we came across these really amazing Japanese Rube Goldberg machines. They were from a Japanese kids show called Pythagoras Switch, and we got obsessed with them and we decided to build our own. Now my roommates lost interest in a few hours, but for me, it reawoke this childhood passion that I had for building things. I kept adding and adding to it every night after work, every weekend, for 6 months. At that point it was so long that it didn't really work very well. Like, I originally wanted it to entertain my friends when they came around and it would make us a cup of tea, but I quickly realized that was really not going to happen because it hardly ever worked, and by the time it finished the tea would be cold. So I changed the ending so it smashes a chocolate egg, and I decided to just try and film it. It took me 3 days to film it and over 200 takes, and it was one of the most stressful experiences of my life. I had the camera taped to this little like TV trolley for TV dinners, and I taped a light to it, and I was just wheeling it around the room trying to follow the action of the machine. And I was so stressed because I knew, like, what if it worked? The one time it worked perfectly and I missed it with the camera, I'd be so upset. So there was a lot of pressure to like capture it. And I just did it over and over again. And I was like, I'm never gonna get this, I'm never gonna get this, why am I still trying? And after 3 days, I had this one magical moment where everything just worked perfectly, and I got it. And I was so relieved and so excited, and I remember crying. And I just remember thinking, like, Joseph, remember this feeling. Remember how hard it was. Don't ever try and do this again. So I posted it online, and to my surprise, it very quickly got like over 1 million views. And I started to get all these like job offers through the internet from a science museum or from a vodka company who wanted me to make a vodka pouring machine. So I decided to take a risk and quit my office job and have a go at this new career. And it's been 12 years now, and it's not always easy. I don't always know where my next paycheck's coming from. So my biggest support is probably from my Patreon. Thank you so much to those of you who support me on there. If you're interested in supporting me on Patreon, the way it works is basically for a few dollars a month, you help me keep the lights on, and you also get like all this bonus videos. You can watch live filmings of my machines and Q&As and all kinds of things. You can go to patreon.com/josephsmachines for more info. Finally, I'm going to read out some of my latest Patreon supporters. Sorry for the terrible pronunciation. Quincy Roland Bass,
Philippe Plourde, Daniel Besson, Mark Abrams, Peter Nyquist, Catherine Baldwin, Vivian Nye, Chris Stravinsky, Benjamin Froelich, Mary Freeland, Eduardo Uberti, Constantine Kohler, Olgera Julian, Oliver Harvey, Paul Long, Mark Koppelman, Mark Shea, Alina, Bettina Amadick, Stephanie Jennings, and extra special thanks to Thomas Schnarr, David Grimes, David Minkus, and Justin McElroy.